Hello Aries, I'm Karma. Thank you for stopping by my channel, Karma on Deck. I'm going to do your reading for May 26th through June 1st for your zodiac sign for Aries. How are you? How have you been? Thank you for coming back for those of you that have seen me before. Let's take a look and see what's up for you, Aries. Woo! First thing that comes up is balance. Seven of Cups is all about emotional balance. These are all the elements that are affecting your life. You finally getting a handle on those, right? And then there's also Two of Cups, which is emotional balance and relationship balance. Wow, it looks to me like you've acquired this through giving yourself personal space, taking care of you, relying on your own counsel. That's the Hermit card in this one. I also have been seeing, though, that through the Eight of Swords and as it shows up, it tells me that you have been, as you've been isolating yourself or maybe creating boundaries between you and others, the Eight of Swords is saying that you've gotten yourself into a little bit of a pickle and you're having a hard time deciding where the solutions are. This card recommends that you think outside the box because there's no lid here. You're just having a hard time seeing because you're overwhelmed by all the elements that are making plays in your life. Ten of Wands is anxiety. So as you're having a little bit of emotional overwhelm here, it's probably because you're feeling a little bit stuck. And when you don't make choices, you don't feel like you don't have control. So when you start to make decisions and boundaries, that'll change. Wow. So these are my two cards for tension. This one's tension, this one's anxiety. I also see you running into some new people toward the end of the week. Pretty much you can expect things to go steady as they go. The Nine of Wands and the Three of Coins is representative of you playing with your money and your work, laying foundations. So that is just really the status quo, right? The Star card is letting us know that you are being led as well. The Star card talks about astrology, astronomy, spirit, and if you are having a hard time paying attention to the day-to-day because you're looking at those elements, it can be very distracting. Be decisive with your decision making. Ace of Wands is talking about skill set and impulsive behavior. Be cautious about being impulsive. I know that it's hard when you're feeling frustrated. I do see that you have this balance here, but even though you have that balance, you're operating from a place of fear or you're operating from a place of anxiety or limiting, and that can also be situational. So I like that. It's not too bad. I'm going to do a reading for you out of my Divination of the Ancients Oracle cards. This has been fun because I haven't played with these much, and I've been enjoying how they've kind of come into my reading and give a little bit of an accent to it. So let's see where we want to be right here. This one. Feathers, message. Let's read what it has to say for that. I'm really enjoying getting to know how these cards interact. And they've been spot on so far and pretty seamless. So let's see what Feathers have to say. Feathers is referencing message. When you ask for guidance, Spirit responds without fail. The universe has been sending you messages in reply to your questions, but you have blocked your own ability to notice them. You may have been hoping for guidance for so long that you're focused on the asking rather than the receiving a reply. Ask yourself this: are you really wanting an answer? If yes, then start to become aware of the replies that come to you from Spirit. Isn't that interesting that we pulled this card when we just had the Star card at the end of your reading, which is talking about signs? So if yes, then start to become aware of the replies that come to you from Spirit. Keep vigilant, for the answers come in many different forms. As an overheard conversation relevant to your question, a song playing on the radio, in words spoken by a friend, or in other ways, including the sight of a beautiful feather following in your path. I know I get signs. My mom used to leave me pennies, my dad quarters, because he was all about money. I also started finding keys. Like my grandfather's keys came to me 2 years after he passed away. And so I was starting to look for signs. At that point, I was relying on some information that was coming to me about my ancestors, and then the keys came. So I started to notice signs myself. So there's an incantation that goes with this. And this is something you would use during meditation or just to say. It says, upon the wind, whispers ride, messages on feathers fall far and wide. Signals come in form and sound, I see answers all around. I kind of like that. That's how I walk my walk. Please come find me, karmaondeck.com, if you want a one-on-one with me. Otherwise, leave me a message. Come find me on social media. Stick around for a while. Subscribe and share if you please. I'd love to have you next week. In the meantime, blessed be, take care, and I will see you guys next time.